Hello, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm doing a throwback here for Zuma Deluxe. So I used to play this a while ago, but doing kind of a, like I said, like a one-time only little throwback here. Okay, that was a gift straight from the Zumaic gods. Holy crud. That was a pretty strong start, wasn't it? So, how are all of you guys doing today? You guys doing good? Hope so. Hope you guys are happy. Hope you guys are healthy. Hope everyone's having a great day and that there's good vibes all around. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, ain't nothing to it. Riverbed Mosaic. This is looking pretty dry and cracky for a riverbed. Looks more like a desert. I think that title's a little misleading. And finished. So, we are currently in a core window at Burrito Horn. Now, core is not short for corporate, it's some kind of acronym. So if any of you have worked in food for an extended period of time, it's basically those inspector guys. A couple times a year, they'll come in your restaurant, they'll make sure you're following the rules, and then they'll give a report to corporate. So usually, most of the time, you get about a week window, but every once in a while, you get a 3-month window. They call that an unannounced core. Now, I'm not sure if they do that randomly, or if they do that if too many stores in the area do bad on core. But regardless, this year, it seems that all 3 cores are going to be unannounced. Well, I say 3, but if you do well on the first 2, your reward is you don't have to do the 3rd one. So I guess I should say 2 or 3 are going to be unannounced. So basically any time between now and near the end of March, they could come to our store. And apparently our area as a whole so far hasn't been doing too hot. Now I don't know why, but for some reason at Burrito Horn, we're not allowed to pull cars forward. McDonald's does it, Burger King does it, White Castle, I'm pretty sure everybody does it. Maybe they're worried we'll forget about the order, like the car will be sitting in the parking lot and we'll forget to bring the food. That's the best guess I have for them not letting us pull cars forward. But anyway, when core arrives, they come in the drive-thru first, but you don't know that it's them. So they come in the drive-thru and they grade the customer service as well as the order itself, and then they come in the building. Well, somebody at one store pulled a car forward, and surprise, surprise, it was the guy. And turns out that's an auto fail, so they failed right on the spot. Another store, one of the managers, I believe it was the GM, got in a huge argument with one of the auditors. Like, you don't know what you're doing, I know how to run my store, you know, you're unqualified, this and that. This huge blow up, so that really wasn't good. And then a third store, nothing too major happened, it was just a bunch of little things that added up and they lost too many points to pass. We haven't gotten hit yet, but hoping that we pass so we don't end up like those stores. Our store's gonna be the good one. Also, we have quite a few employees that are lactose intolerant. The slightest bit of cheese or milk and they're running for the hills. So, this might be a new... Well, she's a manager, but we're going to call her macaroni. So Mimosa is the most like lactose intolerant, but she keeps it within reason. Most of the time, if she's gonna eat dairy or drink milk, she either does it at home or she does it like in moderation, so she doesn't explode. But macaroni decides to engorge herself at some pretty inconvenient times, and then ends up having to use the bathroom. Now, I wasn't there when it happened. I got to work like kind of after everything happened, so I'm not entirely sure what the lore is. But I think Mr. Cheez-It was mad at Macaroni for spending too much time in the bathroom. It's like, I told you not to eat this crap. It's burrito horn. You know what's gonna happen. And they kind of get into it a little bit. And they got so mad at each other that in the blind rage, they made a... I don't know if they actually wagered anything, but they made a bet. They're like, okay, from now on, we're not gonna poop, and whoever goes longer without pooping wins. So they got so angry, they're on this shit strike now. And Mr. Cheez-It's like, I don't care if I gain 110 pounds, I'm gonna beat you in this little contest. So yeah, apparently that's where we're at right now. Now, when I wake up, I almost always have to take a dump, so I probably last a couple hours at most, and then I'm done. I'm tapping out. They both claim that they can go at least a few days without shitting, but all power to them, I guess. I'm gonna pass up that activity. So apparently McDonald's has the Shamrock Shake back because there's an obscure character in the McDonald's family, like Grimace, Hamburglar, Ronald McDonald. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but there's like a Irish green version of Grimace called Oh Grimacy or something. I probably butchered that horribly. But so yeah, they have the Shamrock Shake back early, which is really cool. Now, I've said this before, but I'll say it again. I really wish the Shamrock Shake was more than just March. McDonald's could really use some more specialty items. Because you got the McRib in November, and then you got the Shamrock Shake in March. I'm not saying every month, that might be a little much, but like, sprinkle in something like, during July, you could have the red, white, and blue McFlurry. Not exactly sure what the flavor would be, but their creative team could get on that. I like the design of this one, like the background as well as like the shape of the wine. It's one of the most unique styles we have. Most of these levels are kind of like wraparound spirals. They start outside and then they spiral inward or whatnot. This one kind of does its own thing. Nice little gap shot there. Another gap shot. So if you couldn't already tell, the goal is just to get rid of all the balls. The more points you get, the faster you fill up that bar in the top rightish. When it turns green, the balls stop coming, and then you just clear out the remaining offenders. Alright, we almost got them. We got them on their last legs here. Wait, the balls don't have their roll. Just like Luxor, well, Actually, Luxor has the bugs pushing the balls. What's making these move? Black magic? Now, I'm really not up to date with Aztec lore or folklore, but is a frog like a high symbol of courage, authority, power, dominance? Really not sure. Now this one, right now it's not bad, but in the later stages, when they eventually start repeating, this will be one of the trickier levels. This is the easiest it will ever be, so enjoy it while you can. So backward ball and explosion are two of the most useful power-ups. Now in a straight line, the explosion isn't that useful. The trick is to get it like in a wraparound or a bend when it's near a bunch of other balls. Get more coverage. So this is probably going to sound a little silly. Most of you probably already knew this. But my in-home internet really wasn't working. Well, apparently you have to have it near an external wall to have it get a signal. Well, my dumb self didn't know that. I had it in the living room, in an interior wall, and I was wondering why, like, my Netflix was always buffering. So then I had this epiphany, and by epiphany I mean I looked on Google, moved it to the exterior wall in the kitchen, and bada bing bada boom, we had service. Could you imagine that? Now, winter is my least favorite season, but there are still some things I can appreciate about it. Number one, no bugs. Bugs freeze, and they go back to hell where they belong. Number two, Christmas. Christmas is in winter. I know it was a while ago, but it's still one of the best highlights of winter. And admittedly, it can be a very pretty season. Looking at all the snow and the trees. And even at night, it can't be pitch black because the snow reflects the light. I will admit, it is nice looking. However, there's the cold. Now, I've been living in the land of Lincoln pretty much my whole life. So even though I don't like the cold, I don't really mind it. You just kind of go nose blind to it. In this case, I say skin blind. You just kind of adapt to it. So that is the problem. The problem is the roads get backed up because of the snow. But that's fine, we can plow snow. The real problem, the main thing I don't like about winter, ice. Frozen H2O. That crystallized crap. Not just on the roads, but where people walk. Now I have a pretty clean streak. I am 2 years clean. I have, like, skidded, like I've almost lost my balance, but I have not fallen on the ice these past 2 winters. So I'm trying to make it 3 in a row. And a couple nights ago, the streak was almost broken. So I was doing my laundry, and near where our laundry room is, now we live in an apartment complex, so our laundry room is in a different part of the building. Where the laundry room is, the parking lot kind of slopes. So I park kind of on the slope, because that's in front of the door. And I don't get out of the car, I'm smart. I test out the waters. And my foot touches the ground, and there is absolutely no, like, footing whatsoever. My foot hits the concrete and zero grip, just starts sliding. Like, yeah, I'm not doing this. So I parked a bit further away where the ground was more level. It was still slippery, but that did the trick. Now when you're walking on frozen parking lots, you really gotta watch out for cracks. Those are what's gonna get you. Those cracks are gonna get you every time. Altar of Talak. Okay, where's the other frog then? Am I getting married? No, just more battle. Now, when it comes to Zuma, I will say Zuma's Revenge is objectively better in every possible way. The graphics are better, the colors are really vibrant and they pop out. There's more intricate level design, there's bosses, different game modes. So even though Zuma's Revenge is objectively the better game, this one will always hold a special place in my heart. I always have a soft spot for like classic, OG, you know, #1 came first. There's just a certain charm to the original Zuma that can't be beat. Now, one thing about PopCap games is a lot of people say they're a little too easy, and I kind of agree with that. But I've been playing PopCap since childhood, so I have most of these games pretty much memorized inside and out. In fact, many people have created mods to make the game harder. Most notably, Plants vs. Zombies has gotten a lot of mods. But I will say with Zuma, this is one of them. If you're not prepared, especially if you're a first-time player, this game, and especially the sequel, Zuma's Revenge, will kick your ass. Even starting at the beginning of the game, all the way at the end of the game, when you have like 20 lives built up, you'll beat the game with like 2 remaining. Save up those frogs, because you're going to need every single one of them. Now, it may not look hard now, this is just the early levels. I'm not going to play too much longer, but just trust me. When it gets to the later stuff, oh boy. Now, if you don't have a Steam account, it's free to make a Steam account. And I believe Zuma is only about $5. $10 at the absolute most. It's simple, but it's fun, which is kind of PopCap's strategy, their formula. Now, when it comes to gap bonuses, the smaller the gap, the bigger the bonus. Just a little tip for you. Only if you press the T button on your keyboard, it gives you a little stopwatch. So it's counting down because I could technically still get an ace time. Although there's a lot of balls left over, so I don't really know. So if you run out of time, you obviously don't get the ace time bonus at the end. You can at least try to be fast if you want to speedrun. And we missed it. So get rid of that disgrace. Now this one is another one that gets tricky in the future. The Shrine of Quetzalcoatl. Remember that name well. Like I said, not too bad in the first playthrough, but these levels will be repeated, but they will get harder. This is what you're going to want to watch out for. All kinds of weird rectangles going on here, going all in and out. Especially that little hook, the little J hook at the end. If it gets there, you're pretty much done. You need a miracle. Backward ball, always appreciated. Now if you notice the little coins popping up everywhere, it's like a little point bonus. And then, oh, I thought I was going backwards this whole time. Whoops. The more points you get, the faster the bar fills up. Alright, we're almost done. Just gotta get these last few suckers. And that's how you do it. Alright, one last level. Mirror Serpent. 2 paths, 1 ending. Who's gonna get there first? Well, if you answered either of them, you're wrong. No one's getting there first, because I'm gonna destroy them all. You not have any faith in me? See, I hope everyone's having a great day today. Hope it's a very chill day for you. Ah, that would have been such a clean shot. Well, hey, they can't all be winners. Alright, we have achieved Zuma. Their infinite supply, their infiniteless... No, I screwed that up. Their endless supply is now limited. Double backward ball. Very powerful combo. Come on, stop hiding like a little wimp. Take it like a man. You know you've already lost. Stage 3 complete. Interloper of Puny, you suppose the secret of Zuma it is possible to take the knowing of so easily? No! There is defect for your thinking. Our cryptic hidden nature cannot be discovered so directly. 3 mysterious shrines protect method. Never will you strike past them. Ribbit. Well, that's gonna be it for today. As always, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. And everybody, just do me a little favor. Have yourselves a great day.